Hello friends, welcome to the Cool Vedas. That's Vedas Cool. Today's story is from the Sambhava Parva in Adi Parva. Today we're going to see the story of the birth of Shakuntala. In the pious ashram of Kanva Maharshi, Shakuntala began narrating the story of her birth to the young monarch Dushmanta. The story goes like this. Long, long ago, the great sage Vishwamitra was engaged in severe penance. The king of Devas, Indra, was alarmed seeing the severity of Vishwamitra's penance. He quickly summoned Menaka, the beautiful celestial Apsara. He said, "Hey, beautiful, you are the best of Apsaras in Devaloka. I want a favor from you. The great sage Vishwamitra is doing severe tapas. Even the thought of it makes my heart tremble with fear. I feel he wants to hurl me down from my seat in Devaloka. I want you to divert Vishwamitra's attention from his tapas. Do tempt him with your youthful beauty and sweet speech and take his mind away from the Ghora tapas he is doing." Hearing all this, Menaka was very alarmed. She said, "O Indra, the illustrious Vishwamitra is endued with great energy and is a mighty ascetic. He is very short-tempered too, you know that. His mighty ascetic power has made you very anxious. Then, how can I not be scared? It was this Vishwamitra who made even the great sage Vasishtha Maharshi see the premature death of his children. It was him who, though born a Kshatriya, subsequently became a Brahmana by his ascetic penances. It was him who created the sacred stream Kaushiki for the purpose of his bath, which he later renamed as Para after his return from a famine. It was Vishwamitra who became the priest of Trishanku as a return of a favor Trishanku did to his wife during a time of distress. It was this great sage, Vishwamitra, who in anger created a second world and numerous stars beginning with Shravana and protected Trishanku who was suffering from a curse. I am frightened to approach such a mighty sage, O Indradeva. Tell me, how can I protect myself from not being burnt by his wrath? He can burn the three worlds with his splendor. He can cause the earth to quake with the stamp of his foot. He can uproot Meru Parvata and hurl it away himself. He can go round the 10 points of earth in a moment. How can a woman like me even touch such a great man full of tapasika shakti? At the thought of his power, Yama, Soma, the great rishis, the Sadhyas, the Vishwas, the Valakilyas were terrified. Then how can a woman like me even dare to look at him? Commanded, however, by you, O King of Devas, I shall somehow approach that rishi. But, O Indra, do devise a plan so that I can safely move about the rishi. Let Marut, the god of wind, and Manbata, the god of love, be deployed to help me as I try and tempt the rishi." Saying this and making sure that Marut and Manbata would help her, the beautiful Apsara left to the abode of Vishwamitra. Seeing the great sage in his ascetic tapas, the beautiful Apsara began sporting in front of him, with Marut blowing the air around with beautiful scent and Manbata spreading love in the air. Vishwamitra, the great sage, meanwhile, was deeply affected by Menaka's beauty. He stopped his tapas and proposed her for companionship. The beautiful Apsara, happy that her plans had worked, agreed and they passed a long time there in each other's company, and sporting with each other just as they pleased for a long time, as if it were only a single day. The Apsara soon became pregnant. It did not take long for Vishwamitra to understand that he was tricked by Indra by using Menaka. Angry and disappointed, Vishwamitra left Menaka and went away from her forever. And the Apsara, as her pregnancy advanced, went to the banks of the river Malini, flowing through Himavat, and gave birth to a daughter. And she then left the newborn infant on the river bank and went away to Devaloka. This lone infant, abandoned in the woods, was protected by many shakuntas, that is, vultures, which sat around the infant and saved it from other wild beasts. No rakshasas or carnivorous animals took its life. Like this, Shakuntala continued her story. She said, "The great Rishi Kanva, my father, had been to the river for his daily bath when he saw me surrounded by Shakuntas. He took me in his arms and brought me to this ashram. He raised me as his own daughter. A father is one who gives you your body, who protects your life, and the one who gives you food. Hence, I too regard Kanvarishi as my own father. Since I was protected by Shakuntas in the forest, I was named Shakuntala by my father, Rishi Kanva." Thus, Shakuntala narrated the story of how she became Kanva's daughter to the great king Dushmanta. Hearing the story, Dushmanta lovingly looked at the beautiful ascetic maiden before him. Now, what fate awaits Shakuntala? Let's find out. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more Mahabharata stories. Do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you. Namaste.